welcome to today's video on the Pregnenolone Steal. My name is Jordan Pilkington, and I'm from endomath.com. So we're going to go over today why you might be experiencing some of these symptoms over here, why you're probably not seeing the results that you want to see, even though it seems like you're doing all of the right things. So if you have low energy, it seems like you're gaining fat, you're not seeing the goals, the fat loss you want to see, you're losing strength or muscle, you're not recovering from your workouts, or you're having other symptoms of low T, this might be the reason why, right? So we're going to take a look here at our hormonal pathways. Now, everything starts up here at cholesterol. Now, cholesterol is kind of the precursor to everything. We're going to go through in a future video on why low cholesterol diets and that sort of thing might be a problem. So cholesterol leads in this thing called pregnenolone. Now, that's what we're going to talk about today. Pregnenolone is kind of that mother hormone that is the precursor to all of our big steroid hormones, all the ones that we want to look at today. So it now can branch off into two different pathways. We label these the sex hormone pathway, and over here, this one is the stress hormone pathway. So our sex hormone pathway leads into DHEA, all the way down here, after we go through this pathway, down to testosterone. Now, testosterone is that anabolic hormone that we want for fat loss, that we want for muscle gain. It also just makes us feel really good. We want a fair amount of testosterone, right? So we want the pregnenolone to lead down this pathway. Now what happens though is on this other side, on this stress hormone pathway, our stress hormone pathway leads into progesterone and eventually in this thing called cortisol. Now cortisol is our stress hormone. So when we feel stressed, cortisol goes up. So cortisol raises our blood pressure, raises our heart rate. It's that fight or flight response hormone. So the problem is that if we're producing a lot of this because we're overstressed, right? So every time we get stressed, we produce more cortisol. And if we're doing that again and again and again, we're going to steal some progesterone, right? To make more of this. And then we're going to run out of this. We're going to have to steal more pregnenolone. So all of our pregnenolone is going down this stress hormone pathway. And what does that mean? We're in a pregnenolone steal, right? So that pregnenolone is no longer going down this pathway to make DHEA to lead down into testosterone. So if we're having symptoms of low T, or if our testosterone is low, it might not just be because we're reaching that age, right? So there's this stigma that when you hit 40, your testosterone dips. But what else happens when you're 40? You've got a family, you've got a job, you've got more stress in your life. And so we're probably taking this all down this way, and then we aren't making enough testosterone. So instead of just immediately going into supplementing in more testosterone, let's take a look and try and fix this pathway over here. So the first thing you need to do is test to see if you're in a pregnenolone steal. So the first thing you can do is you can test your testosterone, see where your testosterone is sitting at. You can also test your cortisol. But we offer a test at Endomath, the complete sex hormone profile, that will test both of those. You get a 4-point cortisol, and we'll also test your testosterone and multiple other things in there, all for one price. So we find out that you are in a pregnenolone steal. How do we fix it? First thing is what you can do is make some supplementation changes. You can try our Adrenomend. That's going to kind of re-regulate those hormones. You can add in the DHEA just to add in more here in the meantime so it can help to make more testosterone. That's kind of a band-aid on the problem, but it will help in the meantime until we get out of this stress. And then finally, we look at other things. Where is that stress coming from? Is it coming from a digestive problem? A probiotic might be the answer to that. What we need to look at is what is causing all of this stress. And that's where one of our consultation comes in. We'll kind of dissect your life and interrogate you with a bunch of questions to figure out where your stressors are coming from. If they're coming from diet, a probiotic might be a good choice. If it's coming from scheduling or anything, other problems, we can address that, get you out of that stress, and get your pregnenolone going down the right pathway.